Answer me this. The letter J was created in 1524. The Son of God walked the earth 2,000 years ago. So how is it possible his name is Jesus? Those who realize a problem with the letter J often use a couple of different names for the Messiah, such as Yehoshua, Yeshua. These names are still wrong. If the Messiah's name is not Jesus, then what is it? Let's dig deeper. The original Hebrew included no O's, E's, or U's. Therefore, it's impossible for the Messiah's name to be Yehoshua or Yeshua. So how do we find the original pronunciation of the Messiah's name? Fortunately, there's a clue in the scriptures. Matthew chapter 27, verse 46, it reads, "And about the 9th hour, Jesus cried with a loud voice, saying, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. That is to say, my God, why hast thou forsaken me?" Verse 47, "Some of them that stood there when they heard that said, This man calleth for Elias, aka Elijah." Verse 47 is our clue. The onlookers at the crucifixion thought they heard the Messiah say, Elijah, Elijah. Now, this must mean that the word for my God, which is what he actually said, and the word for Elijah must be phonetically identical. Now, with these contextual clues, let us examine the Hebrew a little closer to find out the correct pronunciation of the Messiah's name. Now, the phrase the Messiah used in Matthew 27, verse 46, when he stated, my God, why hast thou forsaken me, is an identical refrain taken from Psalms 22, verse 1. Let's start at verse 2. I will now use the modern dialect of the Yiddish version of Hebrew. Eli, Eli, lama azabachthani. Let's repeat the same phrase in the ancient Paleo dialect of Hebrew. Alaya, Alaya, lama azabachthanya. These are compound words. God and my. So my God, my God. This is what the Messiah said on the cross. So these compound phrases, my God, must sound phonetically identical to the name of Elijah. Now let's examine the name Elijah in the Hebrew in the two different dialects. Now let's compare and contrast what we just read in Psalms 22 verse 1 for the phrase my God with the name Elijah found in 2 Kings chapter 1 verse 3. I'm going to read it in the modern Yiddish dialect of Hebrew. Va malak Yahovah dabar al aliyah. Al aliyah. That's the name Elijah in the Yiddish. Now let's repeat the phrase, verse 3. We'll repeat that in the ancient Paleo Hebrew dialect. Va malak Yahawah dabar ala aliyah. Now, based on the stipulation outlined in Matthew 27 verse 46, that the phrase my God must sound phonetically identical to the name Elijah, we examine the two dialects we've just reviewed. And let's see which one comes out on top. Now, let us compare the two dialects. First, the modern Yiddish dialect. Elijah. Eliah. My God. Eli. Now, let's try the ancient Paleo dialect of Hebrew and let's see if there's a match. Elijah. Aliyah. My God. Aliyah. Bingo. We see we have a match. We see that in the Paleo dialect of Hebrew that these two words are identical phonetically. Thus, the correct pronunciation of Hebrew is not the modern Yiddish version, but the ancient Paleo version. Now that we've established that, let's look at the real name of the Messiah. It's common knowledge that the name Joshua is equivalent to the name of the Messiah, so-called Jesus. Now, let's look at the Hebrew version of this name, Joshua. Using the rules of the Paleo Hebrew dialect, this is how the word would be pronounced for Joshua, aka the name of the Messiah. Yah, ha, wah, shai, Yahawahsi, Yahawahsi. That's the real name of the Messiah. Not Jesus, not Yehoshua, not Yeshua, but Yahawahsi. Now, next time you see a Jewish person, tell them two things. One, they're not the real Jews. Two, they're speaking the wrong Hebrew.